Hey, good morning, my lovelies. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's well today and everyone has been keeping safe in these crazy times we're going through right now, and making sure you're staying centered. Make sure you're trying to keep your anxiety down and stress down. I know it's hard, you guys. Trust me, I know it's hard, but it's the only thing you can control. Okay, is how you feel. So make sure you're controlling that feeling, trying to focus on positive and try to focus on why this is happening, all the change for the good that's happening, and stuff like that. So just stay positive, please, as much as you can. It's good to be back on Lindsay's Lair 888. I know it's been a while, but a lot have changed in my world too, and I wanted to regroup and get my schedule and my focus a little more together before I started doing more videos. If you guys have anyone that knows about tech stuff and about editing videos and things like that, that's what they do, or they like to do it on the side, I can pay them. I just need a little help with some of that. So if you could have someone reach out to me if that's what they handle, I would appreciate that so much. So what else? Oh, so this channel, just a reminder, is here for spiritual guidance, and just for a little help, love, comfort if you need, any answers that you might have. You will come across this reading when you are supposed to. So it's timeless, which means that it's just whenever you see it, that's when you're meant to see it, okay? Also, my Instagram and Facebook will be down below. I have my artwork and tattoo page because I am an artist and tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for 18 years, and I've been an artist since I was like 2, so that's a long time. We won't tell you how long. Over 30 years, let's just say that. So I'll have those down below, and then my other Instagram page is for spiritual stuff, crystal stones, guidance. I'll do little mini readings. I'll pull some cards so you guys can check out maybe some guidance for that day that you need. You can always reach out if you have any questions. So we have Lindsay Tattoos. Lindsay Tattoos is one of my Instagram pages. Like I said, it'll be down below. And the other one is Blissfully Aware Healing, and that has underscores between the words. Facebook is also Lindsay Tattoos, and I'm also doing private readings. So if you want me to do a reading for you that's more zoned in on your questions and specifically your energy and things that you need to know and have answered, maybe loved ones that have passed want to come through, that's what personal readings are for also. So I have those available. I'll have that below too of what that is. And I'm doing 30 minutes for $50 and then 60 minutes for $80. So if you need a little more information, I know everybody's kind of hurting right now, so I'm trying to be fair to both sides, but get you some of the info and some of the clarity that you need. So, all right, let's get into it. I think that's everything I needed to say. My little notes there. All right. If you guys could subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and hit the little bell so that it'll go off and let you know, set you reminders and notifications when I do post a video. If you want to see more and check out any more guidance and info that you need. So. So in some of the readings that I watch, as you see, like I'm having some throat issues right now. A lot of the readings I watch, they've also been having throat issues. So here it comes for the people out there listening, the collective, as you call it. That means there's some communication issues, some things that you're needing to tell somebody around you that you've been thinking about saying, but you haven't said it. You need to get it out because it's getting stuck right there. And I'm starting to feel the energy of that. You got to work through it. There's some healing stones. Blue is for your throat chakra. So you have some healing stones if you want to look into some blue stones that might help you for that, or just some throat chakra stones in general. But that'll only help a little bit. It will not cure it. It will not make it go away. You will need to get out what you need to say. remember, that doesn't mean you need to say anything with hatred or, you know, malicious intent or to hurt anyone. You can get your point across with compassion, you know, if you just take your time, maybe write it down first if you need to, and make sure that you're saying everything right. But either way, even if you write it down, write the person a letter and you don't give it to them, at least you wrote it down and you got it out. So that may relieve that knot there just a little bit, or if you have a sore throat or anything like that, okay? So let's get to these. I'm using the, starting with the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins cards. And this is Doreen Virtue cards. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. So pull a few and see what they have to say today. Just a little guidance, some comfort, some help in these crazy trying times. I know everyone's worried and stressed out right now. I also have a crystal for today. I will show you and read about that, what it's about, and wow, I was drawn to do it, to have it for this reading, and it's just, the meaning is so pertaining to what is going on right now. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys and hopefully help out in that way too. All right, well, let's start with these guys here. I did a mini reading on my Instagram, my spiritual page, again, Blissfully Aware Healing with underscores between the words on Instagram yesterday before I went to bed, and a couple of the same cards have come up today for this reading, so that's always awesome when you see the synchronicities like that. So we'll go over that a bit more. You can always go and check out the mini reading on there and see what I wrote about that too, and hopefully that would help also. Let's see what we got here. We've got music for manifesting, which is funny because I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got just some reggae instrumental in the background. It's very soothing, it's very beachy. I know I live by the beach, but even if I didn't, it always brought me back here. So when you are, you know, when you're manifesting, when you're envisioning your goals and your dreams and what you want for the future, you know, playing music or humming even while you think about that stuff will actually help your manifestation come to you a bit quicker and start to manifest quicker, because you're letting go of all worries, and you're usually pretty happy when you're singing, you know, your favorite songs, or even, like I said, if you hum when you clean or sing or excuse me, when you cook or anything like that, like I do sometimes, then you know, that's such a good thing. It's a kind of a way of meditating also, so it clears your mind. It helps you think about, you know, when you're focusing on the thing that you want and you're happy in that time, then there's no weight holding it down, you know, from blockages, energetical blockages from it getting to you. So you kind of release that at that time and allow it to start to come towards you a little bit quicker. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of us are music lovers, so whatever that is for you, turn it on. You know, or if you're a singer, sing your heart out. I'm not a good singer. I like poetry and I can rap a little bit, you know, but singing, no, that's not my thing. Okay, one of the other cards, this is the first card that came up yesterday, I believe, in the mini reading, to simplify your life. There's a lot of people that I know, and myself included, that notice that you know, we have so much stuff that we use and that we don't use. So the stuff that we don't use, we leave it around. It's in storage, it's in the closet, you know, it's literally cluttering it up. Remember, your reality is a reflection of your mind, because you do create your reality. So if you're out, you know, where you're staying at, your room, your house, your apartment, whatever it is, if that place is cluttered, if that place has stuff in there that you don't use, that means that your mind does also. So, you know, your environment, once you clear that up, clean it out, put things where it goes, you know, donate some stuff, give some stuff to your friends, post it up if you need to donate if anybody needs help right now, because that'll make you feel good, and you get rid of some of the old stuff that you don't use, which also leaves room open for the new stuff coming in. So you have to remember that the new and the old can't fit together at the same time. So you have to let one go. The old is preferable because you're not going to use it anymore. Same with your mind. This is has to do with holding on to unwanted or unneeded, excuse me, feelings, emotions, ideas, old ideas that we had that may have changed over time. You can let that stuff go. You know, meditate, let it go, release it. The universe, angels, God, whatever you want to say, will take care of it for you, I promise. But you have to let it go. So start with cleaning out a drawer. You know, clean out something small just to get that going. Make sure that your environment reflects your soul and how beautiful it is. You know, I like to decorate, you know, when I wake up. I love my room to be, you know, gypsy-like and, you know, very spiritual, and with my crystals and my plants, and very earthy, and art from my friends and art that I've done and things like that. You know, people that inspire me. So when I wake up, it's a lovely thing to wake up and to come home to. So if you don't have that around you and you're waking up and you don't like what you're looking at, you need to change that. And I promise you that'll help you start to change what's up here and for the better, okay? So simplify your life a little bit. I don't care if it's material stuff, like I said, letting go of old relationships, resentment, judgment about yourself and about other people. Don't hold on to that. Who cares what you did or didn't do yesterday? It's past. So don't waste today's energy on that. You only have today right now. That's it. This is the only moment that counts right now. Tomorrow's not here yet, and yesterday hasn't come. So if you need to think about tomorrow, then you need to focus and manifest on your goals and what you want to do and all the positivity. Make sure you're not focusing and worrying about the future, okay? Oh yes, pay attention to the signs. So I think all three of these cards were in the mini reading yesterday, and I shuffled pretty well, I thought. So we'll pull a couple more too to see, but obviously it's all within what's going on right now too. Pay attention to the signs and your inner guidance, because it can yield valuable information. I love the mermaids so much. The signs and synchronicities, numbers, colors, certain names, you know, I mean, it could be so much that you're just seeing all the time that's very repetitive. That is little things the universe is letting you know. It's signs it's giving you to pay attention to what's going on, okay? To tell you that here we're telling you this, we're answering something for you, and it may seem so small and so minimal, and I get that, but it's really not. When you tune out all the craziness of the world and just listen to your inner voice and pay attention to, you know, conversations you hear and why are you hearing that conversation, everything is for a reason. So whether it is to pick up a tidbit of information that you needed, knowledge that you needed to hear, or it could be something to do with, you know, a conversation that relates to something that you're having a problem with, and you get an answer that way. You know what I mean? So that's why we need to pay attention in the moment right now, you know, and what's going on, and notice that these signs that we're getting are there to help us. Again, with the intuition, follow your intuition. Quiet your mind to follow your intuition. Your mind, your brain has been trained by so many things in this world. We gotta make sure that that's, you know, forgot about for a bit, so we can focus on what our intuition, what our gut feeling is telling us. That will always lead us to the good and what we're supposed to be doing. Because it can't be trained, okay? That will never be trained. That is always in tune with the best good for you. Empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize. It is safe for you to be powerful. And that's so true, especially right now, because so much of us are going through, like I said, these worries and these fears. You guys probably feel hopeless and like you don't know what to do with yourself. It's for a reason this change is happening, and it's a big transition for a lot of us to start doing what we're here to do, what we're meant to do. That thing that's been pulling us to do it for so long, and we've been, you know, neglecting it and doing this mundane thing, job, career, you know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The life that you're living that is not satisfactory to what your soul is here to do. So make sure that you're empowering yourself by not giving your power away to anyone else. Don't let them control your feelings. Don't let situations control your feelings. Remain calm. That is all you can do, is remain calm and focus on the now. Better yourself, okay? And know that you're worthy. You do deserve to receive good in all ways, okay? And this goes from receiving help from other people, whether it's money, whether it's a gift, whether it's their time and their effort. Don't dismiss somebody when they ask if you need help with something, because a lot of us, I notice, will do that in fear that we may look weak or like we need help. So this little weakling needs my help, so that's why they're asking, you know, they're offering their help. No, not true. You know, if it was the other way around, if you offered somebody help, do you feel that they're weak? Probably not. So remember that, you know, that's a really good thing, that somebody's there to help you. It's an answer to a prayer or a question or a, you know, whatever you sent out in the world that you needed help with, that's your answer. So don't dismiss that stuff when it comes up by judging yourself and thinking that you look weak by accepting that help. It is there for a reason, again, for a reason, so make sure that you're accepting it. When you accept that help, then that means you're showing the universe that you will accept help, and that help then will start coming to you in other ways. In ways that you couldn't even imagine. Very small ways, large ways, you know, quicker. It'll be everyday stuff, like little tiny miracles that'll happen. And you're like, wow, I totally wanted it to be that way. And it happened that way. You know, it's because you put it out there and you kind of let it go and forgot about it, and it came right back to you. So accepting that help will bring more help to you in good ways. And that help for you enables you to help other people. Because when you're not carrying that load all by yourself like you think you have to, and you can let somebody else relieve that for you, then that gives you a little extra in your cup that overflows that you can help somebody else with, you know, and knowing that they're not weak, that you're helping them. Remember that. So, good. We'll see if there's a couple more of these mermaids that wants to come out. And then I think I'll see what the, 3 more to be exact. And then I'll see what the animals have to say. I think that's really good. Some of you might be having a new romance coming in right now, again with the big changes and transitions, which is super awesome. Don't let, you know, the fears and worries of what's going on diminish the wonderful connection that you have with that person, okay? You guys can build off each other and feed off each other's energy. If it's a true, you know, connection, it could be a soulmate, which is maybe they're not there forever always. Sometimes they are, and they're not necessarily a romantic connection. So somebody new is maybe coming into your guys' lives that could help you. It could even be a new pet, or, you know, whatever. The connection of a soulmate is different from a twin flame. But anyways, the point is somebody new in that way is coming into your life right now. And they have a spiritual connection with you, probably past lives, stuff like that. So pay attention to that stuff, whether it's to teach you a lesson or they're there to, you know, help guide you, and like I said, build you up and maybe, you know, share some similar ideas with and inspire you to do what you really want to do. It doesn't matter. Again, there for a reason, so pay attention to that. In the morning, make sure, oh, I wanted to show you that too, because I love how the little dolphins are swimming up. Kind of looks like a DNA strand, don't it? Morning affirmations, definitely say positive affirmations each morning. But when you say them, don't just say them like, yeah, I am wonderful, yeah, I'm great, I'm skilled, I'm pretty. You know, don't say it without conviction. Don't say it just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? You have to say it with intention and make sure that you're saying it with focus. You know, and you have to believe those things, you know. It is a bit of a practice at first, I get it. And you might, if you're just beginning to do the affirmations and you think it's kind of stupid, you might feel that way. So getting into the practice of it, even though you may feel stupid about it, but practicing it, I promise, within a few days or a couple weeks, you'll start to actually feel the power of the words that you're saying. And then you'll start to actually see those things come into your life. So when they come into your life and you recognize that it's there and that, wow, that's awesome, that just pulls more of that into your life, remember. So the morning affirmations of, you know, I am wealthy, I am, you know, I am rich, I am loved, I do love, you know, just things like that to build yourself up. And remember that they're all true. You know, you are love and you do give love, and you are needing to make sure you're receiving love also, okay? Not giving too much out of yourself. Which brings me to my next card, which is rest. Oh, little baby mermaid. A lot of you have been working hard. Make sure that you are taking time to nap and to rest and to take care of yourselves, okay? Especially if you're trying to take on the load too much, as, like I said with the other card of making sure that you're letting people help you, that has to do with rest also. If somebody else can take care of a task that normally you would just think you have to handle by yourself, but once you realize somebody else can handle it for you, take that time for yourself. If it's not a nap, take a bubble bath, a salt bath, because water cleanses us anyway. You know, we're mostly made up of water, so remember that. But when you take a salt bath with some bubbles in there, you know, some essential oils, the aromatherapy, very calming and very cleansing. Light a little white tea candle for purity while you're doing it, you know, and remember that, again, you are worthy and that you matter. So take care of yourself, okay? Don't make me yell at you guys. All right, let's see what the animals have to say. And then I'll do the crystal that I have for today. I should do that the other way. I'm sure you guys, if you follow me, you've seen this cup. This is like my favorite coffee cup ever. All right. Let's see. These guys first. I really gotta get a bigger desk. Between art and crystals and cards and sage and notebooks and crystals, I need a bigger desk. Okay, so my wonderful, this is my first tarot deck or oracle deck I've ever got from my mom. Animal messages from Susie Green. I absolutely love them. I've had them for such a long time. I feel like maybe 15 or 20 years I've had these cards, so very special to me. I call them the OG cards. Let's see what they have to say. Do the crystal, and then I think that's it, right? That makes some good messages for today. That's enough to digest and meditate on, marinate on it for a minute. This is a funny sounding tune. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh yes, elephant's been coming out a lot lately. I had my elephant shirt on yesterday too. Usually I wear my elephant hat. I haven't worn it in a while, but because it's kind of hot here, but maybe I have to break it out of the hat box. Oh wow, that's a lot of lions today too. Oh, these are so pretty. I love these cards so much. Sorry, I'm just reading real quick, gathering all the info. Very, very similar to the mermaids cards. So we'll start with, first we have the bat, which is about power. So we've definitely already talked about the empowerment. You do have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. So having to do with, like I said, all the changes and transitions that a lot of people are going through right now. Now is the time to definitely take advantage of the situation and move into, like I said, something that you want to do rather than something you think you're supposed to be doing. So I kind of want to read these guys for a little more description of the meaning. Bat once crawled upon the earth, but she reached for the stars, and now she can really fly. If you have pulled Bat to guide you, you too can become anything you want. But remember, everything has its own period of gestation, and as you progress to your own limitless future, you must transcend failure and its attendant fear, that of striving again. With failure comes the knowledge that brings you ever nearer to your heart's goal until on the destined day you are reborn. Remember too, like everything has its own period of gestation, like Bat says. So things that we are trying to manifest, it all is in divine timing, you know, and all of the card readers talk about divine timing all the time, but it's true, because I wanted to move to Florida, back to Florida from Arizona for quite a few years, like 2 or 3 years, I think. Maybe even when I left, I wanted to move back because I do love my beach, but no matter what I wanted at that time, it wasn't the right time. So once it was the right time, literally all the puzzle pieces fell right into place, and the move was swift and easy. Excuse me, and I've had help from good friends for it, so it was just an awesome experience. And having the patience and not forcing anything and allowing it to happen naturally just gave me everything I needed in the situation. So we have to remember that too, no matter if it's in love relationships, friendships, you know, career, anything like that, you know, even having kids. You know, we're gonna have children when we're meant to, if we're supposed to, or if we're not supposed to. You know what I mean? Some of us want kids and we're just not meant to have them in this life. And so, you know, whether it's maybe naturally or, you know, maybe you're not meant to have them naturally, but you do have the option to adopt, which is your path. You know what I mean? So there's all those little things that you have to remember with the transition. You know, I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second. But anyway, life is kind of like, I've said in other videos, Monopoly. You know, you will have failures along the way. No matter if you win all the property at the end and all the money, I'm sure you maybe went to jail in the meantime, you lost money, you lost property. It didn't go perfectly the whole game, even though you won at the end. So, remember that. We have Lion, which is banish loneliness by reaching out to special friends. Also, where's the other one? Which is that guy right there. And then the Ray, oh no, sorry, Deer is to take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So those two have to do with, number one, the Lion about banishing loneliness, reaching out to special friends, has to do, I think, with that, I feel with that soulmate card that came up, that you have new people coming into your life. Maybe you need to reach out to people that you're drawn, you know, been having the urge to call, to get a hold of. And I believe it's also about accepting the help, again, from friends and making sure that you have people that are helpful and that, you know, in return you can help them or do whatever. That's fine that you're helpful, but help the right people. Don't give your help to the wrong people, because that will drain and exhaust you and you will not receive any help in return. Not that that's why you're doing it, but you can't give to somebody that just takes and takes and takes. Okay, there has to be an equal, you know, partaking in the situation, relationship of, even if it's a friendship, no matter what it is. So making sure, like I said, everyone doesn't deserve your help, but if you are helping someone, you know, make sure that it's well deserved. Okay, because that is very valuable energy, and accept the help from good friends that you have. Deer, again, take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. That has to do with listening to your intuition again, the synchronicities and signs that are going on around you. It's just a confirmation that you guys need to quiet your mind and pay attention to that stuff. So it could be animals coming around you. There's so many meanings about everything that happens in our life. So if you need to get a hold of me and message me about it to help you with what the meanings are and what it may mean, I will do that for you. Just message me and I'll try to help the best I can, okay? Counter the Ray, the Stingray, counter malicious talk by casting its import from your mind. So if you have plans and you're transitioning right now for the future and you have, you know, maybe a new career idea or something, be very careful who you share that information with, okay? Not everybody, I'm sorry, not everybody's happy for you. Not everybody's going to be excited about that information. So, counter malicious talk by casting its import from your mind. If you've already done it and shared it with somebody that just put a bunch of worries into it and just said a bunch of negative stuff about it, then you know not to share anything with that person again, right? If you have somebody in your life that you share that information with and they're happy and excited for you and maybe inspire you to do that, definitely, you know, share that information, cast out all the negative, because that will mess up what you're trying to do. If you have to keep it quiet from everybody, don't tell anybody your plans. Facebook, Instagram, you know, social media doesn't need to know all of what you're doing. You know, you can keep your plans to yourself and put all of that good and positive energy into it, and that will manifest it for you, because other people will just put doubt into your head, which stems from their insecurities, you know, whatever they were taught growing up. Doesn't matter what it is, that's not advice for you. Okay, you have your internal advice that you need to follow solely, you know, first and foremost, and do what you feel you need to do for yourself. Octopus, travel across earth and over sea to securely embrace your dream. If some of you guys are transitioning into a new career and you feel like you're needing to move across the earth. If you have to make quite a move to do it, it's quite a good opportunity. I believe that that's telling you to do it now, to take that opportunity. You know, make slow, calculated moves, but pounce on it and make sure that, you know, you have your ducks in a row. If you need to travel and move to do it, then it's okay. You know, I've lived in England, I've lived all across the U.S., you know, and had so many good experiences. And some bad, but it's all for the learning and all for good. So if you're being pulled to move quite a distance and you're scared about it, I believe that's confirmation for you to go ahead and do that. And maybe it's, you know, confirmation if you're wanting to move near more water, near a lake or an ocean, back to the beach like me with the octopus. So if you're thinking about that, then maybe it's the time to step up and go ahead and take care of that now. The mountain goat, fighting for love or ardent declarations may hide unfaithfulness. Let's look into that guy a little bit more. I think that has to do maybe with that soulmate, because there was romance about it on there for some of you, not for all of you. Again, this is just a general reading. It's not personal. So if 2 of the messages sound like they're for you, take them, and everything else, just let it go, because it ain't for you. It's for somebody else watching this, so. Deep in his body, mystical goat fashions Beelzar, considered a remedy for disease. As goat holds these cures within, so you hold the remedies for your life's ills. Goat, intensely sexual, maintains a harem and fights fiercely for his consorts, and counsels that even those who strive ardently for your love may not be true. However, defend your present love passionately and thoughtfully, celebrate it with a gift of wild rose, the full moon seen on a wild night, and it will remain yours forever. So I think that again has to go with making sure you're not giving your energy and all of that to the wrong person. Make sure you're not giving your power away to a wrong person, and that you know, you declare your love, and you know that it's reciprocated. If you're giving too much and you feel like it's unbalanced in a romance or friendship, then it is unbalanced and it needs to be balanced. Okay. Elephant, you gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. A lot of these have to do with intuition. What did this guy say? Yeah, these cures within, you hold the remedies for your life's ills. You really do. Any pains that we have within our bodies, usually most of the time, are stemming from emotional things that we need to correct, stuff that we're holding on to inside. It reflects in our body. Okay, our body comes out perfectly functioning just as it needs to. These cells know exactly what they need to do. If you've ever listened to Abraham Hicks, you know, that's what they say. You're born with these cells, these, you know, thousands, millions of cells that are in you. They know what to do. You don't need to tell them what to do. But if your brain is telling, you know, is radiating that, oh, I'm worthless, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, then that's what you will be. You see what I'm saying? So when you let it go and let your body do what it's supposed to do and believe that it will. I promise you. So following your intuition, you know, and about things that trigger you, things that make you feel angry or resentful, there's reasons for that. And that's little things that you need to heal. Once you heal that inner stuff, the outer stuff will start to disappear. Whether it's problems that you have with feeling like you need more support from people, you need this, you need that. You only need love for yourself, support for yourself, and from God, the angels, the universe, whatever you want to call it, Great Spirit, okay? Just, that's why you have to be happy and content within. Centered within yourself, loving yourself, self-love. That's why it's so important. Self-care, nurturing yourself, because that radiates out into other people also. So if you're not taken care of, you're going to be extra grumpy, right? If somebody else isn't taken care of, they're going to be extra grumpy. You know what I mean? They're going to be quicker to maybe react to things, to, you know, traffic, to road rage, things like that, that if you were in a calm state and you were relaxed, you wouldn't react. You know, don't let that stuff control you. Stay centered within yourself. Calm, happy, peaceful. All right, yeah. That was pretty good. Like I said, I think they all had to do with, or not think, I feel they do have to all correlate back and kind of validate and confirm what the mermaids and dolphins were saying. about what's going on, and maybe a little help and guidance for you guys of what to do next in this phase. Okay, let's go to the crystal, and then that'll be it. I'll wrap it up for today, and you can let me know if it helped you guys. Follow me on my Instagram and Facebook, and I just really hope that these messages resonated somewhere, even if it was the tiniest bit, if it helped you, because I know when I watch them, they always help me so much too. So that's all that I want. So today we have do Apophyllite, which I love. And let me see the crystals shining a little bit. Yeah, little twinkles. Apophyllite is the stone of reflection. It helps understand the spiritual purpose of physical disease and imbalance. Funny, we were just talking about curing your ills within, right? And with the virus and all that shit going on right now, you know, disease, illness, imbalance, very, very particular to what's going on right now. The Apophyllite helps in letting go of fixed programs. So old thought patterns, with what's going on, you know, us taking the Federal Reserve back, things like that. That's all good things happening right now. Letting go of old ideas that, you know, we've been controlled too long, guys. You know, think for yourselves. You have the power to. Apophyllite also assists in Reiki healing. It overcomes anxiety, worries, and fears, which a lot of us have right now, and it provides purity and spiritual presence in one's home. So I would definitely recommend, if you can, and if they're open, going to your nearest crystal shop and personally picking out some Apophyllite for yourself. Very powerful. The first time I held I have a smaller piece of Apophyllite that I held it like made me dizzy. It was just so powerful. I could feel all of the energy coming from it. So then I got this big old guy a while ago, and it's not as clear and shiny as the other one. It's more of the cluster, but I love the varied patterns and stuff that are in it, and just the different ways that it sparkles. So you guys know I love sparkly stuff if you know me. I hope that helped. Like I said, go check out my Instagrams, and then remember that I do personal readings. If you need help with that, just let me know. $50 for 30 minutes and $80 for 60 minutes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I apologize if there's any mumbling and if I was rattling on. I'm just trying to get it all out and get back into the groove. I'll get it more centered together for next video. Okay, I promise. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Thanks.